Feature Friday.
The freshest. All right, so we were speaking on the last battle round that we watched from the voice teams. Actually, we were, talking about how is it that we've never really dwelled so much into Bamboo's team, and we've seen a few blind auditions, but we never really seen, much of the development of some of his artists. And you guys suggested that we watch one of the most epic battle rounds from Bamboo's team, which is Andrea versus
Emarjhun.
Emarjhun, and they're singing
Emarjhun. That's it. Emarjhun.
Emarjhun.
There's an I.
There's no I.
Oh no,
There's
it's
a
not
J.
I. Emarjhun.
Emarjhun.
Hell, I think I'm going blind.
I listen. Both in that boat.
I don't want to go. I don't want to have glasses. I'm okay.
Anyways, let's have a look. Yeah.
This is Bamboo's team.
Yes. So he arranged this.
I've heard there was a secret chord
Okay.
that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you?
Oh my god, the backing vocals are freaking magical. Can I just
Are
say
they
that?
live?
Yes, they are. The band and the backing vocalist are all live
Whoa.
in the show. By the way, let's highlight that point right now. The fact that it's one band, one set of backing vocalists, they learn all the material.
It's a good little
All
gig, eh?
the material throughout the whole show.
It's a good gig. I hope they get paid well, because that is
I hope so
fucking
too.
rough.
There's a lot of work there.
Yeah.
Because they also have to adjust to the coach's arrangements
Of course, yeah.
for
It's
the
a
battle rounds.
pain in the
especially.
ass, if you ask me.
It is, because you have to adjust to different styles, different demands, different types of support depending on the pieces. Talking from a backing vocalist perspective, not only as a band, is an incredibly difficult task.
Stressful, dude.
Fun because you're constantly changing. Nothing is a constant.
Oh, it's good. I mean, it's not even a training ground, but it's a good gig. Like
I think it would be great fun to say, oh, I was the backing vocalist, or I was part of the band. And
also you learn
blah,
a
blah,
lot,
blah
right, in that
season.
sort of environment. I think, I would be open to drumming for a show like that. Why not?
It's tons of a lot of pressure, but yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
fun.
care.
No. I'm talking from a
think
backing vocalist perspective.
I think from a vocalist perspective, I don't know. Maybe because I guess.
But because you're always like behind the scene, like you're never seen, right?
I guess I don't know. I guess who can they blame?
It's fun.
But at the same time, it's like, well, people always rely on the drummer, don't they? It's like, oh, the drumming is such a big deal of that fucking thing.
Oh, Efra, no, if the drumming goes wrong. Oof.
Yeah, but I would be open to, because I don't know. To me, it's never hard. Like
Fair enough.
the idea of having to learn those songs.
Mm-hmm.
But I do get scared of those arrangements that sometimes they do, there's some shows sometimes that they, maybe not The Voice, but there's other shows where they require a specific pedigree of drumming.
Yeah.
Because they decide to go very jazzy or very rhythm and blues sometimes, and then they go very like fucking Berkeley's School of Music type of shit, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here. Let me break these sticks because I don't know how to play.
Yeah.
But for this type of music, it's like, yeah, fuck it.
And what's cool though is remember that these are TV slots, so most of the times they're compressed versions of the songs,
Yeah.
or they're arranged in a certain way, which is like shorter than a normal live performance. And so you don't have a 5-minute song. You have a
shorter.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure. I'm telling you, it's a
3
rough gig.
It is, but how fun is it?
it's a rough
Wouldn't
gig.
you think so?
But especially for the singers, I would say. For the musicians, I think they would
Because
be all right.
everything's written down. I think for the singers as well. I think they follow scores most of the times.
bit rough.
It wouldn't surprise me to see the backing vocalist following no score. But yeah, the arrangement's still hard though.
It's just, to me, singing is such an art, dude. Like, it's so
awesome.
fucking
It's
mad to
good
me, like
fun.
that people actually can sound like that as a trio, as a backing. But it's so mad. That to
let's
me
watch
is
it
way
again.
more impressive than like, I don't know, 6 bar chops, you know?
I've heard there was
Also, ring.
a secret chord
Yeah, because it's a battle,
that
isn't it?
David played,
Fight.
and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you?
Thank you.
Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah.
He's also at a really difficult vocal stage.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, this is hard.
Focus. Great focus by that fella.
Hallelujah.
It's a difficult piece for him, yeah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Great, wonderful stuff. All right, let me just break down.
Unbelievable focus. And again, great job by the backing vocalist as well, because this is a rather uncomfortable piece for him. But they allowed him to highlight sort of, his new, perhaps latest or work that maybe he was working with Bamboo in a specific range. He's been able to show it off. He's been able to show off his homework.
That's
you know?
right. But it's really cool because what you heard is the backing vocalist providing the chord progression. So it required, like, it was playing with the perfect support, the perfect lift, following a really difficult change in his vocal range. He's discovering new sounds. He's playing with new textures. This is a brand new uncharted territory for him as a vocalist. So
It seems anyways.
No, it is.
Right.
He's in that pinnacle moment in the change for a male voice, which I find it's perhaps the
teen
most
wise.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, shit, I forgot about the age.
it's perhaps one of the most defying moments for a male vocalist. Girls go through it in a different way. Sometimes it's more abrupt than others. Larynx do drop in many cases, but for males it's such a defining moment as a vocalist. So the allowing the singer to enjoy the differences and the changes. It's like walking on brand new uncharted territory. It's pretty freaking awesomeness.
I wonder how old he was there. His name is, his surname is De Guzman.
Ah, De Guzman.
Age. He's, I don't know. The voice teen. I think he was 17 there. So maybe he had already gone through the voice change. Definitely. Well, 17, your voice don't really crack no more.
Yeah, but it's different for everybody.
Right.
And you get a lot of cases of, especially when you're vocalizing things, technique wise, a lot of changes. You might have already settled in your speaking voice,
Right.
but you never really fully settle until you're like hitting 20s a lot of the times for a lot of men, vocally, singing wise.
Wow.
So yeah, it could be, it's different.
So
for
it's
everybody.
definitely out of his range. I mean,
I know,
he's in
but
the
it's
lower
a-
range of things.
But it's nice though. It's full and it's there and it has a lot of personality and
I think it's
it's
what the show is about, which is brilliant.
yeah, I love it though. I am really liking this stuff.
Here we go.
All right.
Andrea.
Baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone.
Damn, that looks good.
I knew you, and I've seen your flag on a marble arch. And love is not a big dream horse. It's a cold as a
I like her voice.
was waiting for the
Pause.
edge.
I want
was
to know
waiting for
what
the
music
edge.
she makes, because if she could lean towards that sort of edgier side, or alternative sound, you know, brilliant. But if she could also sing this sort of like heartfelt songs with an edge.
I was waiting for the edge.
Yeah,
because
she does have an edge.
I already heard it in the first lad. He had so much of that.
Emarjhun.
Yeah, I apologize. I know I'm saying his name wrong. I feel it. But you're having that edge. He's already got that thing going on. It's different. It's full of personality. It's full of texture. But she started singing, and I'm like, oh, nice bell, nice ringing. There's
something here.
Yeah, where's the edge? I'm waiting for the edge.
here.
And then they hit you like a truck after a great belt, full, passionate belt.
That's a bizarre
Brilliant.
collaborative effort, given
Brilliant.
the colors and the personalities of those voices.
Yeah,
That's
great
actually fucking
piece.
bamboo.
Great choice.
I think
of
he
piece.
chooses them to battle, right? I don't fucking know. How this
I
shit
think
works.
so.
But it would. Yeah, I want to give him credit just because he's bamboo. Go on.
Well, he deserves a lot of credit. He arranged this, right? Like, even if he didn't pick who with who.
I think he would enjoy working. I think he enjoyed working a lot with these two.
Yeah, most definitely.
say.
I mean, it's a great song too. Like, look how satisfied he looks.
Yeah, because I think
He's so satisfied there.
maybe oddly enough as well, he can see sides of him in them.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Yeah, well, most of the times that's why they pick, the contestants
You feel
they pick.
in a more sort of
Absolutely.
psychological approach to it.
100%.
See, a reflection is some sort of extent of
Of
yourself.
course, you hear yourself somehow being reflected in these young people. 100%.
Perhaps you believe that this could be an extension of your work. And
Yes, of course, it's leaving a legacy. I see it clearly.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just being,
Well,
maybe
it
I'm
could be, right?
overreading. Like, maybe I'm over,
Like one of the clearest ones of that was like when Leia chose Esang de Torres.
I
right?
mean, that was so freaking
It was so obvious
crystal
then.
clear to me.
It was like, wow, yeah, it's like to work on the next generation
absolutely.
of theatre. Mm-hmm. Go on, anyways.
Well, that's just me, though. Maybe. Do it again, girl. Yes. So that's where he's really comfortable at.
Sharon, living the best life.
Okay, Bamboo looks awesome with oversized shirts. Good girl, good girl. Oh yes, she did the right thing. So,
I want to hear him do R&B.
him. Good shout.
So this Giveon sound,
Wow, all
I think
right.
he'll be really good at that. Because that texture is fucking
I want to
class.
know what they're at right now. Like, I want to know what the hell they're up to now.
Yeah, just sort of make him. I hope they still,
It is just elite,
Making
elite music. But pay attention to how her choice making right there before, big harmony moments. A lot of the times are followed up with a lot of tension. So a lot of the counterpart in the harmony, when it's a two-part harmony, tends to overshoot. So they go sharp, especially the female. The girls tend to go sharp when there's a lot of tension surrounding a harmony break. In her case, the choice was very wise. She rose to the note before she even decided to let anything out. So she really adjusted before letting the note present itself. And that is very wise. Not a lot of people find that. Perhaps that's been advised.
Yeah, probably. I think it's really interesting when they sort of make such complex decisions as those, because I guess, they are what you would call raw talent. They are raw to a certain extent, and the show was trying to do is sculpt them into becoming their voice. But when they make such complex decisions like those, even if it was coached, it does, being coach is one thing, but actually settling down in the lesson, that's rough. And then
Absolutely.
executing it under pressure. Pressure is a bizarre thing because it really makes you do the things that you were doing throughout the years.
Yeah.
So if she was coached for a
Muscle
month,
memory is
it's a bitch, yeah. So if she was so coached for a month here by Bamboo, right? I don't know how long into the show this must have been, and she practiced 36 hours, which is ridiculous. She didn't, but
also limited time.
that's what I mean.
For
But let's
sure.
say whatever hours, that is gonna be trumped by all the years that she sang in her bedroom, in shows, in birthday parties, and the habits she had there. So she deserves a lot of credit for making such decisions, not just the coaching.
Absolutely.
So I think you make a fair point.
Yep. Really clever though. That's a hard thing to do. Look at it. See how she is into that note. Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Nice. Give us a show.
Oh yes!
What a fucking
Thank you very much, Andrea.
what an absolute rough
God.
song, man.
No, and the arrangement is hard
Hard,
as
dude.
hell. It's
Nice.
hard. He didn't make it easy for them. Like,
No, rough.
especially because it opens up with backing vocalist. It finishes up with backing vocalists. It's like, this is really a vocal showcase. You really don't get help. Do what you are here to do, and it's hard, but
Yeah,
they
man.
did such an amazing thing. Like, and their communication is sweet, is open, and they really do rely on each other, and that is beautiful to watch, especially when it comes to competitions and stuff. A lot of the times, you see these really harsh environments, competitors being competitors, and it's cutthroat, right? And when they have to work together, you see that cutthroat mentality, because I'm here to win. I came to do what I came to do. And there's not a lot of communication there. Everything's very hard. Everything's really tough around the edges. And in these cases, we've seen 2 battles now. And in both battles, there was this
Collaborative effort.
yes, I'm good because you're good with me, And I'm here to show, I'm here to show that I'm good at everything that I am good at. But, it's not about pushing you down so I can shine. It's like, let's try to work together. And that is so unusual to me,
Yeah, it's sort of like the approach is perhaps more,
I don't know
let's
why.
sing together, and I guess the unfortunate consequences that one of us might do better than the other, but let's try our best, both of us, and hopefully also the
Let's
show
make
becomes
it hard for everybody who has to vote.
yeah, I guess. And also, if you take the spectacle out of it, at the end of the day, you are just singing, and it is a show. So
That's right.
if you sing really well together, the show has the chance of maybe having better ratings.
That's right.
And breaking through and impressing producers to a certain extent is actually even more important, because they can bend rules and all that shit. So if you go out there with a mentality of, let's just do a fucking good show, mate. Like, let's blow the shit out of everyone. Let's blow their minds, and whatever happens.
You only got 3 minutes anyway.
Yeah,
Might
let's-
as well make it the best 3 minutes they're gonna see.
All these rehearsals, all this stress, we're fucking crying because we're stressed. Let's just do this shit, and then whatever happens, mate. Best luck to you. Best luck to me as well. And let's see what you know what I mean? Nah, I'm gonna. I start thinking like a competitor again. I shouldn't say those words.
No.
Oh, you. I shouldn't say that one either. Oh, YouTube's have given me a rough time lately. But anyways,
Never mind. But yeah, it's I love that the environment doesn't feel toxic. It's not a cutthroat environment. At least from the very shallow perspective I got from miles away years later.
Yeah, I want to know what they
but-
do, because
yeah, me
now
too.
because I do want to see specifically where their music has evolved. I would put a pound into Andrea's career, perhaps leaning more towards the alternative side of things,
And I would be-
experimental.
My soul would be so happy with that.
Emarjhun, I would want him to go towards, because you kind of see the textures and personalities shine towards specific genres. I'm not saying you have to box them. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
It's like a bird crashing into the window. But I guess for him, I would really enjoy R&B. He does have this really nice R&B, and
Peculiarity, yeah,
he
I've
has learned, it seems, to work in that lower range as well. So
I mean, it is fantastic. Now I'm curious to see Sharon's. You know
what?
Sharon's like battles.
What?
Like I want to see what her coaching looks like in action.
What an idea is, I want to see that. Let's see like all the teams, sort of like the best battle of all the teams.
Yes.
I know it's difficult and it's more of an auditory experience.
Yes.
But I'm sure most people at this point have seen it, so hence why I don't have an issue releasing it like that. But also, I think a good idea for a podcast maybe then having a look at all the artists, or not all, because fuck, what the fuck. But maybe we'll do a kids version of where they are now, and maybe their music, regardless of how popular they may have become or whatever, it doesn't matter, just to see the revolution. And then we'll do a teens, and then we can do an adult. You know, we've had the lovely privilege of speaking to some of these guys who have been in the show, and also, I mean, Jason won, right? So, what the fuck? So,
Literally, dude.
yeah, so that would maybe that's an idea. I don't know. Let us know what you think. I think it'll
But
be
if
fun.
you have Sharon's team most epic battle, leave it down in the comment section below, and we will check it out next for sure.
Goodbye.